Thank you all for coming to this program on a Sunday afternoon. Please. So I request all of you to kindly stand up for a couple of seconds. We're going to recite the Swati Vachanam. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Swasti Srimad-Bundalalankara Trayastram Satkodi Devada Sevida Sri Kamachi Devi Sanada Srimate Kambarnada Sri Mahadevi Sanada Sri Hastagirinada Sakshatkara Paramadhishtana Satyavratanamankita Kanchi Divya Kshetre Saradamada Sustidanam Atulada Sudara Samadurya Kamalasana Kamini, Ampulla, Sampulla, Mallika, Malika, Nishyanda, Makarandazari, Sauvastika, Wang, Jumbarana, Tudili, Manishi, Mandalanam, Anavarta, Veda, Vidya, Vinodasiganam, Virendrangri, Dandi, Dandi, Bumnam, Sagala Bhuvana, Chakra Pradishta, Chi Chakra Pradishta, Vikyata, Yasulam Gradanam, Nikila Bhashanda Shantagot Padanam, Siddhikrita Veda, Vedanta Marga, Shanmata Pradishta Bhagacharyanam, Srimad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Vadiya, Srimad Jagadguru Sankara Bhagavad Padacharyanam, Adhisthane Simhavsanabdya, Srimad Jayendra Saraswati Samimindranam, Ante Vasivadiya, Srimad Sankara Vijayendra Saraswati Sripadanam, Ante Vasivadiya, Srimad Satya Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Padanam Cha, Charanaliyo, Saprasayam Sancharivattam Namaskurmaha, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadguru Sarnaravinda Namaha. So once again, I want to welcome you all. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Venkat Gopalan, Gopi. I'm one of the volunteers here at the Kanchi Kamakoti Seva Foundation. My wife, Lakshmi, many of you probably know more than me. She takes care of Sri Kamakshi Sividya Samiti, KKS of USA, and various other things. We have been volunteers for many years now. And so we are gathered primarily here to welcome Srimati Lakshmi Mandata. Please give a big round of applause. Srimati Lakshmi Mandata is an inspiration to all of us. She and her husband Surya have dedicated their life to Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham, and they are constantly with the Matam. She has the unique distinction of having served all the Perivas, and in fact, recently during the Sannyasara Swikaranam function, she was very ably looking after the Purvashma parents of Sri Satya Chandrasekhar Saraswati Swamiji, and she also runs the integrated Patasalas, taking care of all the integrated Patasalas, as many of you are aware. Our Matam is not only a religious institution, it's also a social welfare institution. Sri Chandrasekhar Saraswati Mahaswami did a lot of Veda Rakshanam. Sri Jayendra Saraswati Swamiji established over 400 institutions all over the world, India, including eye hospitals, Hindu mission hospitals, Shankara schools, various institutions. And our own Puja Sri Periva has been leading the charge in terms of Veda, Vidya, and Vaidya, and propagating the Sanatana Dharma throughout the world, literally. And of course, now we have a new Guru, Sri Satya Chandrasekhar Saraswati Swamigal, who will also lead us along the path. And the Matam has established many integrated Patasalas, which Srimati Lakshmi Mandata will talk to us about in a little bit. But before we begin that, I just want to mention one anecdote. In 2019, just before COVID and all hit, my wife Lakshmi had gone to India to have darshan of Swamiji, and I think it was in Alorpet in in Chennai, and she had Darshanathan. She was on a very short trip. She had gone to see him for a very short trip, and next day she was about to leave, so she wanted to take leave. And in Tamil we call it Uttaravu. I don't know what's the term in Telugu. Same Uttaravu. And then he said, no, you cannot leave. You please go to Tirupati and look at the girls' Patasala. And and her chaperone, if you will, was Srimati Lakshmi Mandata. Not only did he ask her to go, he was monitoring whether she went there, she reached there, whether she actually met Lakshmi ji, and whether she toured the facility. And then he wanted her to come back and give a report. So she went back and gave a report to him the next day, and then only he would give leave. So the importance of education, particularly for girls and boys, not only the regular education, but the not only the importance of the education for girls and boys, it is important to impart them with the Sampradaya as well. So that was our first introduction. Very soon, we not only started with your all help contributing to the Patashalas, but those wonderful girls, young girls, they taught us shlokas, they taught us, in fact, even you will not believe this, even I participated in the classes. Not that I was learning much because I'm not good in music, but it was so exciting to see them participate, to teach and grow and go to college and be in various positions. Puja Sri Periva, as we call him in Tamil, Swamivaru, he always says that education and taking care of these little girls and little boys is the most important thing that we can do. And that is why there is a separate Vaidya, Veda, Vidya, Vaidya theme all over. So that was our introduction to that. And the service has been continuing. I cannot tell you how much Lakshmi Mandata and her family does for the madam. She is not only there constantly, she is there taking care of she's traveling between Chennai and Tirupati and wherever the camp is. Every camp I've been to, whether it is in Kakinadu or Kovuru or Skandagiri or Kashi or wherever she's been there, or Urukai, every camp she's there. And she's not only dealing with Sri Matam affairs, she's also dealing with the children and their welfare. So please give a warm round of welcome to
Okay, we'll see. Because close point
எத்தனை மணிக்கு க்ளோஸ் பண்ணுவோம்? 4:30 க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு எத்தனை மணிக்கு விட்டா? 5:30. இப்போ வந்துலாம் சொல்றேன். நான் ஐஷு. So we have been requested to take Srimati Lakshmi ji for the Perumal Aradhana. So please bear with us 5 minutes. We'll be right back. And then, is there anybody here who can be giving us a song or just helping with take break for the 5 minutes? Is Surya ji, where are you? Come. Please have one of the children be entertaining for 5 minutes. We'll be back. You can do the Ganesha Bhujangam and also one other song. Just in case. Come, the all children come.
Suraj. Because I cannot cover all the
Namaskaram, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. We are representing Shri Tripureshwara Kala Kendra and we will be presenting Shri Ganesha Pancharatna.
मुदाकरातमोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतं सकं विलासिलोकरक्षकं मुदाकरातमोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतं सकं विलासिलोकरक्षकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते भदैत्यकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते भदैत्यकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम् नमामि तं विनायकम् न तेतरादिभीतरं न बोधितार्कभास्वरं न वत्सुरारिनिर्जरं न ताधिकापदुद्धरं न तेतरादिभीतरं न बोधितार्कभास्वरं न वत्सुरारिनिर्जरं न ताधिकापदुद्धरं सुरेश्वरं निधीश्वरं गजेश्वरं गणेश्वरं महेश्वरं तमाश्रये परात्परं निरन्तरम् समस्तलोकशङ्करं निरस्तदैत्यकुञ्जरं दरेतरोदरं वरं वरे भवद्रमक्षरं समस्तलोकशङ्करं निरस्तदैत्यकुञ्जरं दरेतरोदरं वरं वरे भवद्रमक्षरं कृपाकरं क्षमाकरं मुदाकरं यशस्करं मनस्करं नमस्कृतं नमस्करोमि भास्वरम् नमस्करोमि भास्वरम् अकिञ्चनातिमार्जनं चिरन्तनोक्तिभाजनं पुरारिपूर्वनन्दनं सुरारि किञ्चनादिमार्जनं श्रीलङ्कनोतिभाजनं पुरारि पूर्वनन्दनं सुरारि गर्वचर्वनं प्रपञ्चनाशभीषणं धनञ्जयादिभूषणं कपोलदानवारणं भजे पुराणमाधवम् भजे पुराणमाधवम् नितान्तकान्तदन्तकान्तिमन्तकान्तकात्मजम् अचिन्त्यरूपमन्तहीनमन्तराय विन्तनं नितान्तकान्तदन्तकान्तिमन्तकान्तकात्मजम् अचिन्त्यरूपमन्तहीनमन्तराय विन्तनं निरन्तरे निरन्तरं वसन्तमेव योगिनः तमेव तं विचिन्तयामि सन्ततम् विचिन्तयामि सन्ततम् महागणेश पञ्चरत्नमादरेण योऽहं प्रजल्पति प्रभाते हृदिस्मरं गणेश्वरम् हृदिस्मरं गणेश्वरम् अरोगतामदोषदां सुसाहितीं सुपुत्रतां समाहिताय रश्मभूति अभ्युपैति सोचिरा
Namaste. We have students from Tripareshwara Kala Kendra, Tanmayi Vellanki, Avya, Advai, Tanmayi Dubara, and Lasya. Aimuki Nandana. And thank you, Lakshmi ji, for these opportunities. Without you, probably they wouldn't have learned so many divine and devotional songs. So please bless them. Thank you.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. We are from Shri Tripareshwara Kala Kendra and we will be presenting Shri Ganesha Bhujanga. क्षुद्रघण्टानिनादाभिरामं चलत्ताण्डवोत्तण्डवत्पद्मतालं लसत्तुन्निलाङ्गोपरिव्यालहारं गणाधीशमीशानसूनुं तमीडे गणाधीशमीशानसूनुं तमीडे ध्वनिध्वंसवीणालयोलाशिवक्त्रं स्फुरच्चुण्डदण्डोलसद्बीजपूरं गलद्दर्पसौगन्ध्यलोलालिमालं गणाधीशमीशानसूनुं तमीळे गणाधीश मीशानसूनुं तमीळे प्रकाशच्च पारक्तरत्नप्रसून प्रभातारुणा ज्योतिरेकं प्रलम्बोदरं वक्रतुण्डैकदन्तं गणाधीशमीशानसूनुं तमीळे गणाधीशमीशानसूनुं तमीळे विचित्रस्फुरद्रत्नमाला किरीटं किरीटोलसच्चन्द्ररेखा विभूषं विभूषैकभूषं भवत्वं सहेतुं गणाधीशमीशानसूनुं तमीळे गणाधीशमीशानसूनुं तमीळे उदञ्चद्भुजावल्लरी दृश्यमूलोच्चल भ्रूलता विभ्रमभ्राजदक्षम् मरुत्सुन्दरी चामरैः सेव्यमानं गणाधीशमीशानसूनुं तमीळे गणाधीशमीशानसूनुं तमीळे स्फुरन्निष्ठुरालोलपिङ्गाक्षितारं कृपाकोमलोदारलीलावतारं कलाबिन्दुगं गीयते योगिवर्यैर्गणाधीशमीशानसूनुं तमीळे गणाधीशमीशानसूनुं तमीळे यमेकाक्षरं निर्मलं निर्विकल्पं गुणातीतमानन्दमाकारशून्यं पदं पारमोङ्कारमाम्नायगर्भं वदन्ति प्रगल्भं पुराणं तमीळे वदन्ति प्रगल्भं पुराणं तमीळे चिदानन्दसान्द्राय शान्ताय तुभ्यं नमो विश्वकर्त्रे च हर्त्रे च तुभ्यं नमो नन्तलीलाय कैवल्यवासि नमो विश्वबीज प्रसीदेश सूनो नमो विश्वबीज प्रसीदेश सूनो इमं सुस्तरं प्रातरुत्थाय भक्त्या पठेद्यस्तु मर्त्यो लभेत् सर्वकाम गणेशप्रसादेन सिद्ध्यन्ति वाचो गणेशे विभौ दुर्लभं किं प्रसन्ने गणेशे विभौ दुर्लभं किं प्रसन्ने.
Thank you, children. So these kids are part of our Tripureshwari Kala Kendra, which is the name given by Periva himself. I think we were in Skandagiri once, and Mami, my wife, wanted to ask Periva what name to give to the kids' classes. And then he didn't find time to talk. And suddenly he went to some temple. I forget the name of the temple. It's about 40 kilometers. He said, climb in the car. And then on the way going, several subjects were discussed. And he also said, I said, Periva Lakshmi wants to name the kids' classes. And he said, I don't want to just call it Bala Vihar or Bala Kendra, something like that. So then he said, call it Tripureshwara Kala Kendra. So all these kids are part of that and they perform regularly. So thanks to Surya ji for coordinating that. So, as you all know, we have a new Acharya, 71st in the line of a very distinguished Acharyas from Adi Shankara Bhagavad himself. And so there is a stuti that has been published to welcome the 71st Kamakutisha. I now request Sri Ramani Balasubramaniam, who is one of our core volunteers. Without him, no function happens. So to recite that stuti.
Namaste. This is the Swagata Suti for the 71st Acharya. Ekasaptitama Shri Kamakotisha Swagatam Suti. Veda Rupe Vasanyasmat Vishwasam Parirakshitum Vishwasau Sama Udbhutam Kamakotisham Ashraye. I devote myself to the Kamakotisha who came in the Vishwa Vasu year to protect our Vishwa Vasa in the Vasu or wealth that is Veda. Akshayam Falamadeshtum Akshayatiti Sambhavam Shayishnu Vastu Vimukam Kamakotisham Ashaye. I devote myself to the Kamakotisha, disinterested in impermanent objects, who came in Akshaya Titi to teach the way of attaining the Akshaya goal. Trayim Trivarga Nilayam Trilokyartam Samarchitum Tritiyati Samnyastam Kamakotisham Ashraye. I devote myself to the Kamakotisha who came on Tritiya Triti to worship the Devi who is of the form of Trayi or Veda and is the basis of the Trivarga or Purusharthas. Buddhim Sadvishaye Bandhum Jananam Atma Bandhavam Bandhuvasana Samnyastam Kamakotisham Ashraye. I devote myself to the Kamakotisha who took up ashrama on Rohini to destroy the roga of samsara, who enable bhaktas to do arohana on the steps of Shreyas. Vedhanala Prananetre Jayantya Utsava Sambhavam Adyasya Shankararyasya Pita Sthitim Upashaye. I closely devote myself to he who came during the 2534th Jayanti Utsava of Adi Shankaracharya to his Pita. Kirtim Vistarayishyantam Yuganam Ekasaptitam Acharya Kamakotisham Ashraye. I devote myself to the Kamakotisha who is the 71st Acharya and will spread the fame of the Pitam for 71 Chatur Yugas, a Manvantara Kala. Satyanarayana Kshetra Satyavratam Upagatam Ashraye Kamakotisham. I devote myself to the Kamakotisha Sri Satya Chandrashekhendra Saraswati who came from Satyanarayana Kshetra Annavaram to Satyavrata Kshetra Kanchipuram. Saptatehe Adyedamanam Kamakotish Paramparam Sevamanam Achalena Shantim Prapya Asma Sashwatim. Let us truthfully serve the Kamakoti Parampara, growing above 70 and attain Sashwata Shanti. Iti Shri Kanchi Kamakoti Pitadishwara Krupa Patrena Shri Sadashiva Brahmendra Sannidhi Vastavyena Bhaktena Virachita Ekasaptitama Shri Kamakotisha Swagata Stuti. It's done by a devotee of Shri Sadashiva Brahmendra in this
Thank you, Ramani. Very well done. I request, can you play the... Now we have, I'm sure many of you stayed up all night and saw the Sannyasa Swikaranam ceremony, Sannyasa Diksha ceremony. But I'm not sure how many of you really followed the... Just hold on for a second. How many of you followed the details of it and the very poignant moments that were there? So, through the help of volunteers, we have prepared a very short video, just 15 minutes, to show you some of the key highlights. And since we were able to be there, we'll touch upon some of the points. Because it's a function that doesn't come very often. The last function, Sannyasa Swikaram function, was in 1983, where Pujya Sri Shankar Vijay Saraswati Swamiji took the sannyasa oath. And he was 13 at that time. And also this occasion was a very beautiful occasion because the Rohini Nakshatra on Akshaya Tritiya and Budhavaram does not come for another 27 years. Priva himself, Pujya Sri Swamivar himself, mentioned that several times during his speech. So now, can we get the lights off, please, so that okay. You can turn off the lights. And can you brighten the screen, your screen? You can brighten your screen. Go ahead. The sound, please. You want the mic there? Is it connected to that?
It's connected to that.
Sound has to be
increased in the volume.
Volume.
Your volume is muted.
You can hold this also. This is Pujya Sri Parivar arriving for the function. As you can see, the Kamakshama temple was very well lit and organized. Ganesha Puja is going on. This is the Ganda Puja. Puja is being done to the Gandam that is being given to the new Acharya. The Rigveda version of all the mantras are being chanted.
அவருடைய வரக்கூடிய புது சுவாமியுடைய தண்டத்தை அபிஷேகம் பண்ணி
So this is the incoming Acharya taking the Sankalpam as the sannyasa Sishya. The father and the Could you pause the video for a second? The gentleman next to the priest is next to him. That is right behind him is the father of the. Please.
The person right behind the new Acharya is the maternal uncle, and the one behind the priest with the white beard is the father.
Right.
Sitting in this corner, maybe the face will be shown in another video clipping with a half sari, is a sister, and the mother is somewhere behind.
Yeah, they are coming in more view a little bit.
Shri Parameshwara Prityartham Aparoksha Brahmavaptaye Sanyasishye Vadyam Om Bhuho Sanyastam Maya Om Bhuvaha Sanyastam Maya Om Swaha Sanyastam Maya Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Sanyastam Maya Om Bhuho Sanyastam Maya Om Bhuvaha Sanyastam Maya Om Swaha Sanyastam Maya Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Sanyastam Maya Om Bhuho Sanyastam Maya Om Bhuvaha Sanyastam Maya ॐ स्वः सन्न्यस्तं मया ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः सन्न्यस्तं मया.
So you can see the mother right behind in the green sari, and the sister and the father, and they are offering flowers to the new Acharya. He just declared in front of the whole world that he will become a sannyasi.
महाराज ने दोनों हाथों पर प्रमाण जो करते हैं जब हाथ ऊपर रहता है उसी नाते उन्होंने दोनों अपने हाथ ऊपर करके आकाश की ओर दिखा के जो स्वर्ग का मार्ग है उसकी ओर दिखा के सन्यासी का प्रवेशन ऐसा उन्होंने उद्घोषित किया है.
Now he is removing all his ornaments and handing them to the family, and also after that he will be removing the last piece of his shikar and also removing his upanayana.
அப்படின்னு அவர் பண்றாரு. இப்போ தலையில இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த கடைசி சிக்கை அதை வந்து கையாலே விசர்ஜனம் இழுத்து விசர்ஜனம் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு அவகாசம் அதை அவர் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கார். எல்லாரும் தரிசனம் பண்றாரு. சன்னியாச ஸ்வீகரணத்துக்கு எவ்வளவோ அங்கங்கள், இது ஒரு முக்கியமான அங்கம். சிகை விசர்ஜனம் பண்றது, இதுக்கு மேல நீங்க தான் எங்களை ரட்சிக்கணும்.
सनातना सन्न्यस्तं मे जगद्योने पुण्डरीकाक्षमोक्षदा युष्मच्चरणमापन्नं त्राहि मां पुरुषोत्तमा.
So this mantra, he says, I have now taken sannyas, decided to take sannyasa, and he addresses Narayana and says, now only you have to take care of me. You have to protect me. But you see the unique thing that after doing that mantra towards the heavens, he now turns to his guru, Pujya Sri Sankar Vijay Saraswati Swamigal, because for us, our Swamiji is everything. He is our Narayana, he is our Ishvara, he is our Kamakshi, and he is our guru. And so even the new Acharya is doing that and requesting that he be protected by our Pujya Sri Sankar Vijay Saraswati Swamigal.
ஏன்னா நம்ம எல்லாருக்கும் பகவானும் பெரியவாளும் வித்தியாசம் கிடையாது. அதனால அவர் தான் நமக்கு மகாவிஷ்ணு, அவர் தான் சிவன், அவர் தான் பிரம்மான், அவர் தான் நமக்கு 330 தேவதைகள், அவர் தான் பஞ்சபூதம். அதனால இந்த ஸ்லோகத்தை பெரியவாளை பார்த்து அவர் சொல்லியிருக்கார்.
तिष्ठ तिष्ठ लोकानुग्रहार्थं दण्डादिगृहाण.
So now we will go up through those steps to receive the Kashaya Vastram and all the other things.
సకలవాద్యం వస్త్రాలు ఇచ్చేస్తున్నారు. సకలవాద్యం వస్త్రాన్ని ధరించుకొని ఆయన వేడకు వస్తారు. ఈ వస్త్రాలు ఇచ్చే ముందు ఆయన చెప్పిన శ్లోకము స్వామివారిని చూసి ఇదే శ్లోకం చెప్పారు. త్రాజిమాం సర్వలోకేశ ద్రోణసుదేవ సనాథన సన్యస్తం మే జగద్యోనే పుండరీకాక్ష మోక్షద యుష్మత్ శరణమాపన్నం త్రాహిమాం పురుషోత్తమ. ఈ యొక్క శ్లోకాన్ని చెప్పి మీ శరణానికి నేను వస్తున్నారు. సకలవాద్యం.
Now both acharyas will come out.
సూర్యోదయం అయ్యింది. రెండు ఆచార్య స్వామి వారిని ప్రపంచం మొత్తం దర్శనం చేసుకుంటున్నాము. ఇప్పుడు
First darshan of both acharyas, 78th and 71st acharya.
జయ జయ శంకర,
Hara Hara Shankara,
జయ జయ శంకర,
Hara Hara Shankara,
Jai Jai Shankara.
Hara Hara Shankara.
Indrasya Vajrosi.
Now you'll see the dandam being given to the new Acharya.
Sharma me giccha. Yat papam. Tannivaraya. Sakha ma gopaya. Indrahaste yatha vajram. Sholam haste harasya cha. Vishnu haste yatha chakram. Tatha dando bhavadya me.
Hara Hara Shankara. Jaya Jaya Shankara. Anti Shankara.
Just like the dandam protects Indra, Vajrayudham protects the other gods, let this dandam protect me as well.
Hara Hara Shankara. Kamodi Shankara. Hara Hara
That is the
Shankara.
Kamandalam being given to the
Hara Hara
Pujya Sri
Shankara.
Satyaswami Saraswati Swamigal.
Salagramaniki చేస్తున్నారు. His Holiness is doing Abhisheka with Shankar to Salagrama. Shankar Salagramathuக்கு பெரியவா அபிஷேகம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கா. இளைய சுவாமிகள் வாருடைய தலையில அந்த சங்கத்தை பிரதிஷ்டை பண்ணி அந்த
प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि रतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तत्तारमवतु अवतु
அமிர்தாபிஷேகோஸ்துன்னு சொல்லி அவளுக்கு அமிர்தாபிஷேகத்தை பண்ணி வச்சு அவளுடைய இந்த ஒரு ఉన్నతமான స్థితికి அவள் ఐచన్ வந்திருக்கா శిష్యాల. ఇప్పుడు స్వామి వారు తన సుహస్తంతో శిష్యుల వారు మనస్సులో చేతు పెట్టి అనుగ్రహం చేస్తూ చెప్పేది ఏమంటే నా హృదయము మీది ఒకటిగా ఉండాలి, నా తపస్సుని మీకు మేము ఇస్తున్నాము అని చెప్పి ఇప్పుడు స్పర్శం చేసి చెప్తారు.
మమ ప్రతి హృదయం తే దధామి మమ ప్రతి హృదయం తే దధామి మమ ప్రతి హృదయం తే దధామి.
You could see Pujya Sri Swamiji very emotional on the stage. There was not a dry eye in Kanchipur that day.
బృహస్పతిష్ట్వా నియుక్తమహ్యం మమ ప్రతి హృదయం తే దధామి.
చెప్తాము అదే ప్రకారం ఇక్కడ కూడా స్వామివారి ఇద్దరు ఒక పట్టు లోపలే ఉపదేశం చేస్తారు. ఈ యొక్క దివ్య సందేశము అందరూ దూరం నుంచి దీని మనస్సులో మనమందరము
We're almost coming to the end of the video. So the next step is the Mahavakya Upadesham. Various Upadeshams to be given to the new Acharya by Pujya Sri Sampradaya Saraswati Swamigal, which is done privately, and then both of them will come out and Deeparadhana will be done to them.
எல்லாரும் தீபாராதனையை தரிசனம் பண்ணுங்க.
ஜய ஜய சங்கர ஜய ஜய சங்கர ராஜ்யமாதத்தே ராஜாசம்பிராஜ்யவாசோ மே தைரவே தேவசுவாமே நாகும் வந்தே ஏதாவந்தோ வை தேவானாகுலவா தேவான் ஸ்ரீதவான் பிரயச்சந்தி தரேனம் புரத்வந்தே
The last piece is Priva's speech, giving the Namakaranam of the new Acharya. We just have a small clip of it.
नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिञ्च तद्पुत्र पराशरञ्च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्द योगीन्द्र मधास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यम् अधास्य पद्मपादञ्च हस्तामलकञ्च शिष्यं तन्तोटकं वार्तिककालमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरम् अपार करुणा सिंधुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्री चंद्रशेखर गुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम् देवे देहे च देशे च भक्त्यारोग्य सुखप्रदं बुध पामर सेव्यन्तं श्री जयेन्द्रं नमाम्यहम् सदाशिव समारंभां शंकराचार्य मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरु परंपरा सुखी स्वामिपादः इति या परंपरा अनुवर्तते तस्यां परंपरायाम् अद्य अस्माकं सौभाग्यवशेन तेषाम् अनुग्रहबलेन तेषामेव अनुग्रहबलेनैव एतत् कार्यं सुसम्पन्नमिति धिया नामरूपे व्याकरवाणी इति विद्यते तत्र एतेषां नामकरणम् इति या सत्य चंद्रशेखरेन्द्र सरस्वती सत्य चंद्रशेखरेन्द्र सरस्वती सत्य चंद्रशेखरेन्द्र सरस्वती इति नाम्ना एतान् सर्वेपि भक्ताः स्तुवन्तः नमन्तः ध्यायन् स्तुवन् नमस्यंस्ते यजमानस्तमेव च अनादिनिधनं ब्रह्मा ब्रह्मस्वरूपः इति कृत्वा तद्विषये एतादृश नाम्ना सहित गुरु परंपरां सर्वेपि भक्ताः ज्ञात्वा गुरु अनुग्रहेण गुरोरनुग्रहादेव पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते प्रशान्तये अद्वैत वासना आविर्भवति अन्यथा इति प्रणमत कथितान् नित्यमाचार्यपादान् इति आचार्य परंपरां सर्वेपि स्तुवन्तु तदनुग्रहेण सर्वेषां श्रेय परंपरा अनुग्रहेण श्रेय परंपराः सर्वेपि अवाप्नुवन्ति इति चन्द्रमौळीश्वरं मत्वा सर्वेषां कृते आशीः प्रदीयते। नारायण हर हर शंकर हर हर शंकर
Hara Hara Shankara, Jai Jai Shankara. Hope you all had those of you who had already seen it, probably saw the nostalgic thing, and it was such a wonderful experience. And I'll request when Srimati Lakshmi Madatta comes to add her own experiences, because she has been she's been integral part of the whole process, not only just visiting like I did. So I'd like to request now Srimati Lakshmi Madatta to come up and during the dance program? All right. So we have some children who are going to do a small dance program. Please come on up. Srimati Mallikaram Prasad is here. Please come. Please introduce the children and your school also.
Hari Om, Namaskaram. My name is Mallika Ram Prasad. Before we begin, I would like to say the prayer. Sadasiva Samarambham, Sankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam. I humbly present this Kirtana. This is a composition of about Nataraja Swami, followed by Paramacharya Stuti. The first part of the dance is choreographed by my Guru Garu, Padma Bhushan Dr. Venkatacharya Satyangaru. And Paramacharya Stuti is done by me. It is written by our Jayendra Saraswati Swami Varu. My students, Kumari K.S.Sri Akshaya Kocherla, Kumari Prisha Neelapala, Kumari Ananya Ravula will present this dance as a humble dedication to Swami Varu.
Raya just had her Ranga Pravesam.
Yeah. Last week she performed her Ranga Pravesam. KSRI, she performed her Ranga Pravesam last weekend. And before I start the recital, once we requested Venkat Gopalan Garu, Ramani Garu, you all, gave us this opportunity, and this is our dedication and our humble offering. Thank you so much.
वन्दे सात्विकम् गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः ब्रह्माञ्जलि जलीलास्य करुणारसपूर्ण सुधाब्धे कामकोटिपीठाधिपते चरणे शरणो देहि ते चन्द्रशेखर गुरुमूर्ते करुणारसपूर्ण सुधाब्धे कामकोटिपीठाधिपते चरणे शरणो देहि ते चन्द्रशेखर गुरुमूर्ते चन्द्रशेखर गुरुमूर्ते अक्षयानन्द चित्शक्ते दक्षिणाभिमुख शिवाकृते अक्षयानन्द चित्शक्ते दक्षिणाभिमुख शिवाकृते अक्षर क्षमा तपोनिधे चन्द्रशेखर गुरुमूर्ते अक्षर क्षमा तपोनिधे चन्द्रशेखर गुरुमूर्ते चन्द्रशेखर गुरुमूर्ते चन्द्रशेखर गुरुमूर्ते.
ఒకసారి అండి మీరు రండి. కళలు సంస్కృతిని కాపాడటం కాకుండా మన ఆచారాలని కూడా కాపాడాలి అని మా గురువులు తల్లిదండ్రులు నేర్పించారండి. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి స్వామివారు శంకర మఠంకి వచ్చినప్పుడు అది బాగా అలవాటు మాకు. సో మా తరపున సంస్థ తరపున పెద్ద అమౌంట్ కాదు, కానీ కొంచెం ఉడతా భక్తిగా మేము పిల్లలు అందరం ఇస్తున్నాం.
ఇక్కడ చిన్నది పెద్దది లేదు, ఉడతా భక్తే ఓషన్ అవుతుంది. అందుకే థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
So, your please after the prasadam story.
పరీక్షల సమయం అండి, మీరు ప్రసాదం ఇస్తున్నారు, అందుకంటే
So, lovely performance by the children.
Very nice performance. All the best.
Thank you. Please. So, scintillating performance by the children, very dedicated, especially the composition, the choreography for the song on Paramacharya. So, now I request Srimati Lakshmi Mandata to come and talk to us about the integrated Patasalas. I've already mentioned a little bit, but we have a presentation and also a speech by Swami Varu. So, she will lead us through. You can speak in Telugu, everybody wishes. Those who don't know Telugu will learn Telugu. Amrigar has been trying to teach me Telugu for the last 15-20 years. He's not getting it.
So you'll pick up the Acharya from Andhra Pradesh. So I guess all of you will start learning Telugu. Shankar, Hara Shankar. I thank Gopalanji for Gopiji for organizing for this meeting. And the message or the presentation, I thought I'll just show you the message from the Acharya. It is in Telugu. The one in Tamil is a little older version, so I didn't want to play that. So people who don't understand Telugu, I'll give you the gist of the message at the end of the message. So let's all listen to the Guru's message. How many of you don't understand Telugu? Please raise your hands. There are few. I think majority can understand. So we will translate it to you in the end, sir. Please.
श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरम् अपार करुणा सिंधुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्री चंद्रशेखर गुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम् परिथिव्य मूलं वटादस्थित्य व्रजं भारतस्य प्रदेशात् प्रदेशं मधुसिंहि वाचन जरान कर्ममार्गे नयन श्री दयेन्द्र गुरुपाद
ఆడియో కొంచెం
सदाशिव समारंभां शंकराचार्य मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरु परंपराम् ప్రజలందరికీ కూడా సుఖము శాంతి కలగటానికి ధర్మాచరణం అనేది చాలా ముఖ్యమైనది, అవసరమైనది. కొన్ని వస్తువులతో మనకి ఈవెంట్ సమయంలో ఈ సమయానికి అవసరమని కొన్ని విషయాలు ఉంటాయి. బయటకు వెళ్తున్నామంటే ఇలాంటి రూపం అనేది అవసరం ఉంటుంది. సంచారం చేస్తున్నప్పుడు వాహనం అనేది అవసరం ఉంటుంది. అలా ఆ సందర్భాన్ని బట్టి కొంతకాలానికి ఇది అవసరమని ఉంటుంది. ధర్మం అనేది ఎల్లప్పుడూ మనతో ఉండవలసిన విషయం. వాల్యూస్ అని నేను చెప్తున్నాము. నిజాయితీ, భక్తి, సేవాభావం ఇవన్నీ మనకి ఎప్పుడు ఉండాల్సిన విషయాలు. నిత్య సంబంధం మనకు ఉండాలి దానితో. ఇంతవరకు ధర్మము అంతవరకు తర్వాత అది అనేది కాదు. ఎలా ఊపిరి మనకి నిత్య సంబంధంగా ఉండాలో ప్రాణ సంబంధం, అలా అన్నము ధర్మము ఉంటుంది. ఈ ధర్మం అనేది మనిషికి మనస్సులో సరైన దారి చూపిస్తుంది. ఎక్కడ మనం నిదానంగా ఉండాలి, ఎక్కడ వేగంగా పనిచేయాలి, ఎక్కడ మౌనంగా ఉండాలి, ఎక్కడ 10 మందితో కలిసి ఉండాలి, ఎప్పుడు మనం ఏకాంతంగా ఉండాలి, లోకయాత్ర ఎలా ఉండాలి, ఈ జీవుడి యొక్క పరిశుద్ధత, జీవ పరమాత్మ ఐక్యం ఎలా ఉండాలి, దానికి చిత్తశుద్ధి ఎలా కలుగుతుంది, మన మనస్సు ఇంకా విపులమై విస్తారమై అందరి మంచి కోసము ఈ జీవిత లక్ష్యాన్ని ఎందుకోసం పుట్టాం, మళ్ళా ఇంకొకసారి పుట్టకుండా ఉండటానికి పునరపి జననం, పునరపి మరణం, పునరపి జనని జఠరే శయనం, ఇక సంసారే బహు దుస్తారే కృపయా పారే పాడి మురారే అని చెప్పి ఈ అద్వైత తత్వం, ఆత్మతత్వం మనలో ఉండే భగవంతుణ్ణి మనం తెలుసుకోవటం ఎలా. త్వయి మయి చ అన్యత్ర ఏకో విష్ణువు వ్యర్థం కుప్యసి మయి అసహిష్ణువు సర్వస్మిన్నపి పశ్య ఆత్మానం సర్వత్ర ఉత్సృజ భేద అజ్ఞానమని ఈ మాటని మన జయేంద్ర సరస్వతి స్వామి వారు చాలా ప్రసంగంలో చెప్పారు. అలా ఆత్మ దర్శనం, అందరిలో ఉండే పరమాత్మని మనం గుర్తించటం, అలాంటి జ్ఞానం అనేది అది ఏదో లెక్చర్ వల్ల మనకి అర్థమవుతుందనేదో, లేదు ల్యాబ్లో తెలుస్తుందనేదో, లెసన్స్ ఇస్తారని దానివల్ల అర్థమయ్యేదో కాదు. అంటే అర్థమవుతుంది, కానీ అనుభవ వైద్యం కావాలంటే, ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ లో మనకు అలాంటి సాత్వికత, సౌమ్యమైన అభిప్రాయాలు కావాలంటే దానికి సత్సంగం అనేది కావాలి. జపం చేయాలి, క్షేత్ర సందర్శనం చేయాలి, కాశీ, కంచి, తిరుపతి దివ్య క్షేత్రాలు సందర్శించాలి. మంచి అలవాట్లు ఇప్పుడు కూడా చెప్పినాం. మన సాంప్రదాయ పాఠశాలలో మౌనం పాటిస్తారు. మూల నక్షత్రం రోజు మౌనం పాటిస్తారు కాసేపు. అది ఒక ప్రక్రియ, అది ఒక అనుభవం, అది ఒక తపస్సు. అలా జీవితంలో తపస్సుతో, భక్తితో, సేవతో మనకి సంబంధం ఉండాలి. ఆ సంబంధం అనేది ఆ సత్సంగం ద్వారా కలుగుతుంది, సద్విద్య వల్ల కలుగుతుంది. అందుకని అధ్యాత్మ విద్య విద్యానాం అని భగవద్గీతలో చెప్పారు. ఈ స్పిరిచువల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్, కల్చరల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అనేది మన పిల్లలకి, వాళ్ళు భారతదేశంలో ఉన్నా విదేశంలో ఉన్నా అది అత్యవసరము. అప్పుడే ఆ జీవితం అనేది ఆ చరితార్థం అవుతుంది, ధన్యం అవుతుంది. దానికోసం ఒక ప్రణాళిక ఖచ్చితంగా పీఠం తయారు చేసి మగవాళ్ళకి కానీ ఆడవాళ్ళకి కానీ వారి మాతృభాషతో సంబంధం ఉండాలి, మాతృభూమితో సంబంధం ఉండాలి. భక్తి సదాచారంతో కూడిన జీవితం మనకి ముఖ్యం. చదవటం, డబ్బు సంపాదించటం అవన్నీ లౌకికంగా మనకు అవసరమైన, దాంతో పాటు మంచిగా ఉండటానికి మానవతా విలువలతో మనం ఈ దేశం కోసం, భారతదేశం కోసం, మన సనాతన ధర్మం కోసం, లోకానికి మంచి చేయటం కోసం మనం ఈ ధర్మ విద్యను నేర్చుకోవాలి, దాన ధర్మాలు చేయాలి. ఈ భారతదేశం ఇప్పుడు లౌకికంగా ఎన్నో సౌకర్యాలు, ఎన్నో చదువు, సైన్స్, ఎకనామిక్స్ అలా డెవలప్ అవుతున్నది. ఇంకా అలాగే అవుతుంది. దానికి మంచి ప్రభుత్వము, మంచి ప్రజలు, మంచి అధికారులు మన దగ్గర చెప్పారు. ఈయన ఏపీజే అబ్దుల్ కలాం గారు రాష్ట్రపతిగా ఉన్న ఆయన దానికి ముందు కంచిగడ్డలో సేవా కార్యక్రమాలంతా చేసేవారు. కంచిలో రైతులకి మంచి మంచి విత్తనాలు ఇవ్వటం, పురా అని ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ చేశారు. ప్రొవైడింగ్ అర్బన్ ఫెసిలిటీస్ రూరల్ ఏరియా, PURA అని. ఆ కంచి చుట్టూ ఉండే గ్రామాలని అభివృద్ధి చేయాలని, డెవలప్ చేయాలని సేవంతా చేశారు. ఒకసారి బాంబేలో మీతో మాట్లాడుతూ పుణ్యాత్మ, పుణ్య అధికారి, పుణ్య నేత అని నేను ఈ విధంగా మనుషులను తయారు చేయాలని మాట్లాడారు, మనతో మాట్లాడారు. ఇప్పుడు ఆ స్కీమ్ ని మేము చెన్నైలో మొదలుపెట్టాం. కంచి మహాస్వామి సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ సెంటర్ పెట్టాం, సివిల్ అకాడమీ, సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ అకాడమీ. IAS, IPS తయారు చేస్తాం దేశ సేవ కోసం. పుణ్యాత్మ, పుణ్య నేత, పుణ్య అధికారి అంటే ఒక్కొక్క వ్యక్తి కూడా, ఇండివిజువల్ కూడా మంచివాడిగా ఉండాలి. అది పుణ్యాత్మ. పుణ్య అధికారి ప్రభుత్వంలో, ఇంకా పబ్లిక్ లైఫ్ లో మంచి అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్స్ రెడీ చేయాలి. పుణ్య నేత, నేత అనేది మీరు ఆంధ్రదేశం వారికి తెలుసు. ఒక పట్టని మనం కట్టుకున్నామంటే మంచి నేత ఉంటేనే, అందరిని కలుపుకునే మనిషి ఉంటేనే ఈ అందమైన బట్టలు మనం తయారు చేయగలుగుతాం. అలా పుణ్య నేత నేతృత్వం, లీడర్షిప్ లో మంచి మనిషి, మంచి హెడ్ మాస్టరు, మంచి వార్డరు, మంచి ప్రిన్సిపాల్, మంచి ప్రజా నాయకుడు, మంచి గురువులు అంతా దొరకాలి, నేతృత్వం ఉండాలి. అలాంటి మంచి సమాజాన్ని తయారు చేయడానికి ఇక్కడ భారతదేశంలో వేద పాఠశాలలు, శాస్త్ర పాఠశాల, శైవాగమం, వైష్ణవాగమ పాఠశాలలు, సంగీత పాఠశాల, రామాయణ పాఠశాల, వ్యాస భారత కార్యక్రమం, పద్ధతి ప్రోగ్రాము, సంప్రదాయ పాఠశాల, అలా శాస్త్ర సరణి, ఇలా రకరకంగా కుంభకార పాఠశాల, భారతీయ గోవిజ్ఞాన పాఠశాల, నాగేశ్వరం పాఠశాల, ఇట్లా కల్చర్కి ఏమేమి అవసరమో మహాప్రసాద పాఠశాల, ఇలా రకరకంగా సాంగోపాంగం అంటారు. మెయిన్ ఇంజిన్ కావాలి, స్పేర్ పార్ట్స్ కావాలి. స్పేర్ పార్ట్స్ ఇంకా వేరెవరినో మనం అడిగి తీసుకోవాలంటే దాంట్లో ఉండే ప్రమాదము, దాంట్లో ఉండే కష్టాలన్నీ విదేశంలో ఉండే వాళ్ళందరికీ బాగా తెలుసు. అందుకని సమగ్ర వికాసం, సక్రమమైన పద్ధతిలో వికాసం, దానికోసము కొంచెం సమయమైన మనం ఆత్మనిర్భరగా ఉండాలి. మనకు అవసరమైన ధార్మిక పద్ధతుల్ని మనం నేర్పించి భగవద్గీత ప్రచారం చేసి, యోగా ప్రచారం చేసి, మన ముఖ్యంగా భారతదేశంలో ఎస్పెషల్లీ సౌత్ ఇండియాలో 40,000-50,000 1,00,000 దేవస్థానాలు ఉంటాయి, చిన్నది పెద్దదిగా. ఆ గుడితో సంబంధించిన ఒక రిలీజియస్ పర్సన్స్ ని మనం తయారు చేయాలి. కామన్ పీపుల్ అందరికీ కూడా ఒక భారతీయ ప్రజగా, ఒక హిందువుగా, ఒక భక్తుడుగా వారి యొక్క ఆచరణ ఎలా ఉండాలని నేర్పించాలి, ప్రోత్సహించాలి. వారందరినీ కూడా కలపాలి, ఒక సమాజం సంఘం కింద తయారు చేయాలి అనే ఒక ఉద్దేశంతో కొన్ని విద్యా సంబంధించిన కార్యక్రమాలు, సేవా సంబంధించిన కార్యక్రమాలు ఆంధ్రదేశంలో, ఇంకా మన తమిళనాడు, కర్ణాటక, కేరళలో అక్కడ ఉండే ధర్మానికి ఉండే ఆపదలు, ధర్మ ప్రచారంలో ఉండే కష్టాలన్నీ కూడా మీరు తెలుసుకునే ఉంటారు. ఏ శంకరాచార్యుల ద్వారా మనం ఒక పుణ్యాన్ని పొందాము, ఒక మంచి భక్తి మార్గంలో నడవడానికి ఒక అవకాశం వచ్చిందో, ఆ శంకరాచార్యులు పుట్టి పెరిగిన ఆ కేరళ దేశం పరశురామ క్షేత్రంలో అందరూ కూడా కలిసి పనిచేయాలి. ఆంధ్రదేశం వాళ్ళు, కర్ణాటక వాళ్ళు, తమిళనాడు వాళ్ళు అందరూ కూడా కలిసి అక్కడ పనిచేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉన్నది. అందుకని అక్కడ కొన్ని కార్యక్రమాలు, దేవ పూజారి, పెద్ద దేవస్థానానికి జనం ఎక్కువ వస్తారు. గురువాయూరు, చోటానికరై, శబరిమలై, అలా పెద్ద పెద్ద దేవస్థానం వస్తారు. చిన్న పల్లెటూరులో ఉండే దేవస్థానంలో ఎవరైతే పూజ చేస్తున్నారో నంబూదిరి అంటారు. అక్కడ ఆ శంకరాచార్య పరంపరకు చెందిన వారు, వంశ పరంపర తిరుమేని అంటారు. వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా గ్రామంలో అర్చకత్వం, వేద ప్రచారం, శాస్త్ర ప్రచారం చేస్తున్న వారికి సహకరించాలి, తోడుగా ఉండాలని. అప్పుడే ఆ ప్రదేశం అనేది మెయిన్ స్ట్రీమ్ లో ఇంకా స్ట్రాంగ్ గా ఉంటుందని, దృఢంగా ఉంటుందని, దానికోసం కొన్ని సేవా పథకాలన్నీ ప్రారంభించడమైంది. ఏ నేషనల్ ఇంటగ్రేషన్, అద్వైతం అని శంకరాచార్యులు ప్రచారం చేశారో దానికి అనుకూలంగా కన్యాకుమారి నుంచి కాశ్మీర్ వరకు ఈ ధర్మ ప్రచారాన్ని మంచిగా చేయటానికి ఒక ప్రయత్నం అందరూ కలిసి చేయాలి. అప్పుడే భారతదేశం అనేది మంచి యూనిటీతో, మారల్ వాల్యూస్ అండ్ మంత్రశక్తి, మానవతా విలువలు, దీంతో మంచిగా లోకానికి మంచిది చేసే సశక్తమైన దేశంగా ఉంటుంది. దానికోసం మీరందరూ కూడా ఎన్ఆర్ఐస్ ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో, ఏ దేశంలో ఉన్నా అందరూ కూడా ఈ దేశం పట్ల, ఈ సంస్కృతి పట్ల మీ యొక్క ఆసక్తి, మీ శక్తిని ఇక్కడ వినియోగిస్తూ మంచి భారతం, మంచి మన భారతీయ పరంపర, ఋషి పరంపర, దీన్ని అందరూ కూడా గౌరవిస్తూ సేవా మార్గం ద్వారా మీరు ఆర్థికంగా కానీ మీరు ఇక్కడ వచ్చినప్పుడు, భారతానికి వచ్చినప్పుడు మన స్కూల్స్, యూనివర్సిటీ ఉన్నాయి, మన హాస్పిటల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. దీంట్లో మీరు ప్రత్యక్షంగా ఏదైనా సేవ చేయగలిగే అనుమతి కానీ అభిప్రాయం కానీ అలా ఉంటే, అంటే గవర్నమెంట్ పర్మిషన్స్ ఇవన్నీ తీసుకోవాలంటే తీసుకుని మీరు సేవా మార్గంలో డైరెక్ట్ గా కూడా చేయవచ్చు. ఆన్లైన్ ద్వారా టీచింగ్ లో ఎవరైనా సేవ చేయాలంటే చేయవచ్చు. మొత్తానికి మనస వాచ కర్మణ, మన కర్మంతో ఈ భారతదేశంతో మీ యొక్క సంబంధం ఇంకా అధికమై తద్వారా మీకు మనసులో సంతోషం, ఆనందం కలిగి మీ కుటుంబ సభ్యులు కూడా ఈ మన ప్రాచీన కర్మంతో సంబంధం మంచిగా ఉండాలని భగవంతుని కంచె కామాక్షి అమ్మవారిని ప్రార్థిస్తున్నాము. హరహర శంకర, జయ జయ శంకర. ఈ కంచికామూరు పీఠం సంబంధించిన సేవా కార్యక్రమ వివరాలన్నీ కూడా మీతో నేరుగా పంచుకోవడానికి ఇక్కడ తిరుపతి నుంచి సంప్రదాయ పాఠశాల లక్ష్మీ మాంతాత గారు, వారి స్నేహితులు వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా అక్కడ వస్తున్నారు. మీరందరూ కూడా వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడుకుని ఇక్కడికి నేరుగా మీరు వచ్చినప్పుడు కంచి, తిరుపతి అంతా వచ్చి ఆ సేవా కార్యక్రమాలను అన్నింటినీ కూడా నేరుగా సందర్శించి ధర్మో రక్షతి రక్షిత అని ఈ ధర్మం యొక్క సేవ ద్వారా మీ అందరికీ కూడా మంచిది రావడానికి ఈ అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకోవాలి. హర హర శంకర, జయ జయ శంకర.
Thank you. Namaste to our Swamiji. The gist of the message, for the sake of people who have not understood it, he has spoken about the bhavam, the intention to do the dharma, the dhanam, pracharam, bhakti, bhavam. All this should be there continuously and not only for the time being. It should be inbuilt within us, the values, the seva bhavam, the sacrifice, or whatever the values that we are learning, we should be able to pass it on. Any education should be value based, or any person should be with the value based. So we should have the humanitarian mindset, and dedication should come from within, and it cannot be bought out. So he's developing the system of educations, be it school level or college level, the university level, or whatever field of education or the profession may be, even into the IAS coaching, IPS coaching, is going into the group exams, so that you can have proper leaders, dedicated leaders with value-based education. When you have with principles, your administration will be better. So with that thought process, he's trying to bring in good, neat coaching also, so that they become good value-based doctors. Because most of the things, let us be practical. When you see in the practical line, all professions have become very mechanical. Even the corporate world, the doctors, they see only one part of it. They don't see it in a wholesome. So he wants to teach, bring in the education system of our ancestors with the value-based education system. So based on that, he has been giving the speech, and he has again appealed to all the NRIs, all the people within India also. You can come in and do social work by teaching, coming, visiting the universities. But if you have to get any licenses or permissions from the job where you're doing to do a service in another institution, he wants you to come with the permissions, and there will be an opportunity where you will be able to take part in the universities and in the activities of the MUD which are going on. And the different activities of the month are there in the pamphlet which we have been circulating. And you can choose where you want to do the service. Second thing, what we appeal for is volunteering or donation is in kind is not the only thing. It is spreading the word of Sanatan Dharma. It is the spreading the word of the activities of our Hinduism that is more needed. Yes, money is needed. It's only one part. It is not the part of it. So the value base has to be passed on to the younger children. For this, I'll be taking you around. He has almost explained in his speech about the different education institutions that we are running. Though there are regular schools and regular colleges, he has set up this integrated Patashalas. For the last 15 years, I've been running them. And we started with one for the Vaishnava. The first one we started was for the Vaishnavism, that is the Vaishnava community. Everywhere there was an approach that how come an Advaita Peetham is starting a Vaishnava education institution. But that is what the meaning of Advaita is. It doesn't matter who it is, but we have to do for everyone. And why this was started from the Vaikhanasa Patasala? Because at that time, this particular community were the people who could do the main pujas in temples like Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam. And there were 108 Devasthanams where you could go and follow this. But that community was diminishing. When we started 15 years back, there was hardly about 15 to 20,000 families in the whole of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Andhra put together. And because of non-availability of priests, a Devasthanam like TTD planned to do a Kumbhabhishekam in Delhi for one of its temple in the Pancharatra style. So to protect the Agamam and to protect the actual system of what it was from our ancestors, he started this Patshala. And today, after 15 years, the last 1 year, 4 of our children, 4 of our 4 of our students who passed out from the Vaikhanasa Patasala after studying for about 9 to 10 years. And they must have finished only the 12th. They're doing their graduation still correspondence. But they have been given the appointment by TTD in Rishikesh, Kanyakumari and Bhubaneswar. And they're excelling very well in doing the rituals and the seva to the God. So we are being successful in preserving that trait. So starting with the Vaikhanasa Agama Patshala, after 2 years of successfully running it, he wanted to go forward for other schools. So here, what was the way that we went about creating the schools, or why did we create the schools? Like he put it in his speech, the religious infrastructure is to be built. When the religious infrastructure is to be built, when a temple is there, like he's put in his speech again, about 50,000 temples are there in Tamil Nadu and Andhra in the South India. Out of which I can tell you very clearly now, most of the villages, there are no priests to do the pujas in the villages. So for that, one priest goes about surrounding about 5 villages just to do the Deeparadhana. So if we have to overcome this, we have to give education in the Smata, the Puja Vidhanams. For this, we have started keeping that in mind, what a temple needs is a priest, Archaka. So when you see all the boys' Patashalas, they are divided. I think you can hear my voice.
Yeah, I think
that is better.
Yeah.
I think my voice is reachable. Yeah. So keeping in the mind that what a temple needs is a priest. So for the boys' Patashalas, because the different sects of communities are there in the Brahmin community, the temple methodology of doing the rituals are different. We started different schools for different communities. So that way we are preserving the Pancharatra, we are preserving the Vaikanasa, we are preserving the Gurukul type, we are preserving the regular Smarta, the household. So this, we started each Patshala. And there's a Ramayana Patshala in Chennai, where they are taught the whole Ramayana slokas with the meaning, not the story of what it is outside, but the actual rituals, and so that tomorrow they can become pravachkas and spread the word outside to the other people. So similarly, there's a Patshala for Sangeetam, which is music. A temple needs a music also to do it. So music Patshala is being created so that the Tamil songs, literally the traditional music is being preserved, along with teaching them the Vedas, the Sanskritam, and the Nitya Puja Vidhanam. So any Patshala you take of all the boys, you have the Sandhya Vandanam, you have the basics of the Vedic education, you have the regular education, and like again he put it in his speech, you have the three language systems. One is English for communication, two is Sanskritam for value education and for communication, three is the mother tongue, whether it is Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, Marathi, whatever it may be. Because unless you are strong in your mother tongue and in all the common languages, you cannot spread the word outside and communicate to people. And when you're strong in your subject, along with the communication skills, you can go anywhere and be self-confident, and you can be confident, and you can pass it on to other people also. Because these days when you do a puja for anyone for that matter, the children will ask or the people will ask, what is the meaning, can you tell us? So we teach the children to explain the mantras, what they're learning, and the pujas, why they're performed and how they're performed. So when the education has started for the boys, for the temple training or whatever it may be, then the next, what does he need? If he has to settle in a village or anywhere for that matter, he needs a grihini, a household. So for that we started the girls' education system. Because when you empower a girl or a lady, and she's the first teacher to the child, and then she's the one who's going to carry forward our culture to the next generations. So keeping in that mind, we started the Sampradaya Patasala in 2015 with about 50 students in Tirupati. And today we have about 8 branches for the girls' education. So that we started as a generalized Patasala, where all girls, all Brahmin girls could join in and they could learn, be it a Vaishnava or a Smarta or anyone for that matter. Now the next table is to start specialized schools for the girls also. So we started one in Tirvanikkaval, Trichy, where only the Smarta Brahmins are put them over there. The reason is every sect has its own traits and they have to follow the rituals, and the Madi acharas are different. For that reason, he wants to have the specialized patshalas. Because what is followed in one family is not the same in all families. It is a traditional one, and from parampara it comes out. For each sect it is a different. For some people the madisar is worn on the left shoulder, for some on the right shoulder. The way you serve food is different from one area to the other area. Be it Andhra or Telangana or Tamil Nadu or wherever it is, each district has its own traits. So in the slow process, we need to teach them. But initially, being common, we started in Tirupati. These children are being taught, along with the regular education, they are taught the cultural education of the festival celebrations, the Naivedans, the things, and all the practicals of what are taught in the house. Today they are teaching it in the school. Then next came the Nadaswaram, the Paricharikas for the temple. You need a Nadaswaram. So unless a Nadaswaram is there for any good occasion, you need a Nadaswaram, Mangalavajram. So we started that for girls and boys in 2016 in Karnataka Nagaram, separate for girls and separate for boys. And the students are from that particular community. So here they are taught their regular education, the schooling is being given for them, and they're training to go towards the science line. So we take them into the nursing, physiotherapy, because this community people in our olden days were the midwives and the mantrasanis, which they used to call in our olden days. They were the ones who used to come home for deliveries and take care of the delivery portions and other things. So they are capable of making the naturopathy, the medicines and all that for ailments like our grandmother was series, So they make the medicines We teach them all the three, making of the medicines, the Vaidya, making a playing of the instruments, the Vadyam, and the education, which is the Vidya. For them it is Vidya, Vadyam, and Vedam. Vaidya, sorry. So like that, similarly, once we got them ready, we started it. Now we went to the next level of making the Patra ready for Naivedyam, which is a pottery community. So we started protecting, we started a school last year again in Karvej pottery community, wherein they are going to the regular school, and after the school they come back and they learn the pottery making of different sizes, how to make, what is the mixture they are supposed to do, and everything. And this year we are starting the Govijnana Patasala, that is for the Yadav community. When we are starting the school, it is to teach them how to protect the cows, how to take care of cows, what is the different varieties, and what is the medication needed to give to the cows, and or how the milk can be produced healthy. Why is all this being done? Is again, like I said, the infrastructure for a temple, you need all these things for a good running of the temple. And slowly you can advise people to go back to the villages. But when will people go back to the villages only when they get support or they get a confidence that they can make a living in the villages. So this is the infrastructure that we are trying to build up and take it and give the confidence that they can survive wherever they are. So in the process, I'm giving an example presentation of the Sampradaya Patasala in Tirupati, what all we are doing. And you can I'll just run through it. Lights. This is, like I said, it's focused on Vidya, Veda, and Vaidya. Vidya is education, Vedam is the traditional education, and Vaidam is healthcare. So unless the child is healthy, the girl child is healthy, her womb is healthy, the next generation will not healthy. Before I move forward, I was talking to you all about the community-based education and caste-based education. You may feel, why is it necessary? In the process of running the schools, what I have noticed is, a person from that particular community, when you teach them the skills of that community, they pick it up very fast. You can call it genetics, you can call it DNA, or whatever it may be. But when you try to teach them something else, for the sake of making money or anything, it will take a little longer time. They will learn it, but it will take a little longer time. And at the same time, we need all communities and all castes and all skills to make the society healthy. That's what we want to do. So these are all the different schools that we have been establishing across Tamil Nadu. On South India, North India, we have in Nashik and Maharashtra, in Sikkim, in Arunachal Pradesh, etc. So why are we doing this Sampradaya Patasala, or the integrated for that matter, is to preserve, protect, and propagate our culture and traditions. The growth chart of Sampradaya Patasala alone, it started in 2015 with around 50 students, and last year we were 930 students across 8 branches, and this year we are thinking that we will be crossing the 1,000 mark very soon. And growing from stage to stage, we plan to start up each of these Patashalas in more centers in every state or every district if possible. So this is the career path of the students studying in the Patashala. What do they give? What is the education that they're being taught? Whether it is the boys, it is the relevant boys subject, or whether it is the girls, it is the girl subject. The top portion, which is the schooling, is common for girls or boys. We do the NI system of education for the girl students. For the boys, there are 3 types of education systems. One is when we have the hostel within the campus, the children go to the school, come back and study the subject. Like the Vaikal Sagma Patasala, it's within the CBSE school compound. Then we have the Ramayana Patasala again within the CBSE school compound. So such schools, the children go to the school, come back and study in the evenings. The remaining schools, we appoint teachers, qualified teachers, who come to the campuses in a Gurukulam style. They teach the children within the campus, and then the other half we have the cultural education. So when we have teachers coming to the campus,
It's like any other regular school, we have the timetable of 6 periods with a break in between, and the qualified teachers take the subjects. So there are 6 subjects to 7 subjects that the child has to learn, and they have to give their board exams. So the 6th to 10th, we enroll them into the NI system of education, which all subjects are being taught. 11th and 12th, we have the art subjects and the science subjects, like MPC, BIPC, MEC, CEC, HEC. All these will lead to them going into graduation of, say, maybe Sanskrit, BA Sanskrit, BCom, BBA, BCA, BSc Mathematics, or BCom, BA, LLB, which are given within Tirupati in campus. If the children want to do medical, that is Ayurveda or any medical, or the engineering, they go to the Kanchi University, which is there in Kanchipuram, Sri Chandrasekharan Saraswati Mahavishwavidyalaya, and they can enroll over there. And because they have been studying with us and we are promoting them there, they get almost 90 to 100% waiver. So the child is not deprived of studying the course that she wants to study. And when you come parallelly at the same time, the other half of the day, the children are taught Sanskrit, the spoken language. Telugu, though it is there as a second language, here they are taught the values of the Telugu culture and traditions, and the Satakams, which are value based again, the Vemana Satakam, Sumati Satakam, Kalasi Satakam, etc. Then they have the Naivedyams, the mythology, which is the Itihasas of our ancestors, the stories of the Panchakavya, Kanyas, Panchakavyas, Panchanga, how to look at the Panchanga, what are the Tidivara Nakshatras, what are the 60 years, what are the Nakshatras, all these are being as a part of the syllabus. When they say they're all part of a syllabus, it is not just telling them and making them do it. It is making them take the notes down. They have the theory exam, they have the practical exams. The children from 6th grade to 10th grade, they observe the adults doing it. 11th grade to 12th grade, they help the undergraduates. And then undergraduates, are, by the time they come to that level, they have learned everything. So they start practicing it, implementing it. And when they come to post-graduation, they in turn start supervising and teaching the younger children. So it's like a cycle of making them self-sufficient and confident enough to teach others when they move out from the institution. These are the cultural subjects, how the cultural growth is, like I said, the first 4 years, 2 to 3 years, they observe the adults doing it, and what are the, how we don't dump them with all the subjects at once. Like the school children, we start out with, you can say, Bhagavad Gita, Adhishinka Slokas, Bhajans, and Carnatic music. When they come to the next level, they go to the Saudalari, Sivananda Lahiri, Guru Lahiri, and others. Then they come into the festival celebrations, and they come into the topics like festival celebrations in the school level, they're just observing. When they come a little higher after 3 years, they know how to do what is to get arranged, what are to be made. And when they come by the time they're 7 years, they master it. So this is the grade of when they come into 2 years, what they complete. The next slide shows what they learn by the time they're completing 5 years. And the next shows how where they reach when they are 7+ years. So it's an advantage when they join in when they're young, so that by the time they're coming to their 12th grade itself, they will be mastering. So here, the thing is, because you're giving it with an examination and everything, by the time the children are coming, graduating from us, they'll be having multiple certificates with them. One from the Samskrita Bharati or from the National Sanskrit University. Depending on the exam that they're writing, they have to get the certificates in Sanskrit. For Telugu, for music, they get the certificates from Poti Sriramulu University and from Padmavati Mela University. Diploma in yoga, they get it from Padmavati Mela University. So they get number of degrees and certificates alongside their own undergraduation certificates. So this is a list of certificates that they are able to get along with their regular graduations. So this is a scheme, like this is an example to show how we are preserving the tradition to what level. In the olden days, when there's a Veda Patasala in a village, the Gurukulam style of Patasala, 4 or 5 children used to study with the Guru, staying with him in his house and everything. At that time, one of the families surrounding these children used to go to each house one day for meals. A child may come to your house for one day on a Monday, or he may come to your house on a Tuesday. They were known as Varala Brahmana in Telugu. On that particular day, they used to come home for food. So our elders used to know, okay, one of Palana word was study, Varala Brahmana was study, so he used to make everything ready for him. So to teach the next generation, what we have done is, our cooking classes, we do the traditional methods and the modern methods. All the naivedyams and everything are done traditionally on the kumti and charcoal fire and etc. And the regular meals are cooked on the gas. So the children know to handle all type of methods of cooking. So they can use a mixie, they can use a rubro, the article. They can do both. So when they are making it for this boy, for the Vedic scholar, every day one child from the undergraduation course was doing, she will wear the vessel and will cook it in the traditional methods, in the traditional vessels for the boy to eat. And when he comes, they place the banana leaf in a particular manner, how it is to be served. So children learn what food is to be served in which place. So in that method, after giving him the upasana and he has his lunch, then the rest of the school has the lunch. This is the ratio of the student-staff ratio. For be it the staff may be cooks, they may be wardens, they may be academic teachers or cultural teachers or administrators, or the security or the maids or even the plumbers and electricians. All put together, we have about for every 4 children, we have 1 staff. And this is a sample of the food and nutrition that we are giving to the children, the menu, how we give them. We have give them a proper, full sattvic menu. It's a bland, not a very bland diet and not a very spicy diet. Catering to the taste of the children, we give them all varieties of food, but complete vegetarian without garlic and onion. There's no garlic onion. The healthcare is taken care through the diet of the children, along with the medical care. So how is it taken care through the diet is, we, at the time of admission, we take the children's medical reports also. We have a complete medical checkup and we take the medical reports. We find the children who have low hemoglobin or who have any illness. Give special attention to those children and give them dates and dry fruits to build up their immunities or levels or whatever is required for them. We have donors sending us the dates and dry fruits from Dubai and other places also. So apart from that, we have advisors from medical fraternity like Ramchandra Medical College, from the Ayurvedic University, from the homeopathy doctors, all of them do give us advices. And we have a Goshala, wherein we have about 12 cows, where we experimented taking the fresh milk from the cow without doing any hormonal injections or anything. When you do it that way, I have realized the cow gives maximum 1 to 2 liters of milk a day. And it gives only 4 months a year. Again, it goes into menstruating. So this, when it is there, that milk, when we gave it to about a cross-section of 40 children who had a problem of thyroid and PCOD, we could, 37 children were cured of their thyroid and PCOD problem. So it could be regulated. So after that, we found out, okay, when you have no stress, a fresh milk was given to them, good quality milk was given to them, and a proper diet was given. We could take care of the problem with the hormonal imbalance that the child was having. So this we have taken it down and recorded it. This is what I was telling you, the cultures are not taken lightly. They are also being given the theory and the practical exams are conducted, and a progress report is given for all subjects similarly to this also. And these are the different activities that the children are going through, be it a march past, or be it cooking, or be it celebrating a festival, or be it go samrakshanam. You can see them cleaning the cow shed also. It is only to get a hands-on experience. We have people to do all the cleaning work, we have all the maids, everything. But a child should learn and know how to handle it, only then you can get other people to do it. So this was done, that Patasala was built by the children during the Ayodhya Ramlala Pratishtha time. They were celebrating it by putting Rama in that and singing songs on him on that day, on his place. So these are all the different activities that children go through. making her the mala, the veena, violin, mridangam. So they have become self-sufficient. Pick it up, when you see this photo, you can see the child in the drama, Lagakuchumi. That is, the children's programs that you are doing here. Then also for SVBC, they have a Balananda program, which they don't get proper children to participate with the language and everything. So they are representing or they're doing the act of leader, they choose the characters and they present the character. And this episodes are coming on every Sunday in the SVBC channel. If you can go into the SVBC channel, you'll be seeing these children performing over there. Similarly, the Kotadi Kotsam, the Nathan Nirajanam program, the children have been offered by the TGD, seeing that they have come to that level of giving programs. This is the Sampradaya foods which I was talking about. The children are taught how to get the raw materials, how to make the products, and how to sell them. To encourage them, we have started the pickles and powders, even sales we have started on orders. It's not a shop. And then we teach them the kumkumam making, the kumkumam, ghee, and bath powders. It's all moolikas, with all traditional methods, so that you don't use chemicals anywhere. That is what we are trying to teach children. Without chemicals, how they can be healthily make the products. And this is how they're making the products. They're making the stalls, they're taught to sell them also, they only do the selling. And the salad making, or different activities, cooking. Keeping in mind not only the traditional cooking, we teach them even baking of cakes and pizzas and biscuits, because they should not have the peer pressure that they are not able to have something that others are enjoying. So only when you give them, they are very confident. When you hide something, they want to go and experiment there. So what do you do? Badam making. This is the kumkumam making from the manjal, from the Komal kumkum cherry. Akshita is made with wooden article. It's a wooden one. And then every rice grain is selected to see it is not broken very good. So they have the workshops of different workshops of doll making, painting, etc. Mainly, there's a program that are taken outside also. They perform programs. Recently, they did a program in Bhadrachalam for the Ramdas Jayanti, and they went to Tanjavur and they did a program in Tanjavur country. This is the parental background. Where are the children coming from? Where are they coming from? Most of them are coming from the Vaidika family. The blue shows the Vaidika family. The red indicates the private job employees. The green and purple indicates the agricultural and cooking industry. So where are the children? What are they doing once they go out from there? Either they get married or they go for further education, or they're at home with their parents. What is the status is what we keep on monitoring, and whom they have married to. Here I'm able to say that most of them, more than 50%, more than 50% of them are getting married with Vaidikas, Archakas, and ready to settle back in villages. That is the first thing. Almost 30% of them have gone back and settled in villages. 40% of them are in software companies and cities and working with the practical college. But 30% settling back in villages and ready to settle in village is a big achievement, is what we feel. And these children who are settled in the village are still not stopping. They are taking online classes across the globe again on the Zoom platform and teaching slokas. They're ready to teach if anyone of you are ready to learn. And these are the additional projects which Gopi has already talked about, the Padhati, the sloka classes, the Rukni classes, and other classes, the cultural training camps which we can offer you when you are coming to India and ready to stay with us for a week or 10 days or 3 days or whatever period you are ready to stay. We can give you cultural training camps, we can train you on what we are training the children, though not fully, at least to an extent. Move to the next slide. This is the expenditure, what we are spending, where is the money going to, how much are we spending. You can see the major spending is going on the infrastructure rentals and the salaries of the teachers. The rest, that is almost 2/3 of the expenditure. The rentals of the building and the teacher's salary, the staff salaries. The rest is going into the food and nutrition, transportation, medical care, etc. So this, when you when you see, it is an average of 1 lakh per annum per child. Certain schools is up, say about 1.5 lakh per annum because the children may be less. Some schools will be low as 95,000 per annum, because maybe the volume is more over there. But when you take an average, it is around 1 lakh per annum, which is the cost of each child. So we are requesting you to sponsor at least one child from every family, so that another child can be educated out there. And if you are not able to, or if you feel it is difficult, at least $1 a day you start keeping aside. And that $365 a year, please send it through Mr. Gobi, so that it can support a child. When 3 people pay about $365 each, it will go on to one child support. The reason is the moment you give $1, you would like to see what is happening there. And when you come to see what is happening there, your children will be interested to know it. So we will be spreading the dharma through your children back over here. So we request each one of you to please participate in this scheme. The upcoming projects. This is the Sanatana Dharma Seva Gramam. This has already been started in a place called Podri near Ongol, where a donor had given us 10 acres of land. There we have built a CBSE school along with a public health center, the Goshala. There are about there's a Brahmin hostel and there's a non-Brahmin hostel also. So it's a complete CBSE school for any community person can come and join. It's a regular school. We have day scholars and we have hostelers. So this school is started as a Hindu school. Because of the new education policy, we are able to inculcate our own syllabus into it, include our subjects like Bhagavad Gita and Yoga have been made compulsory in this school. And a similar school is coming up in Guntur, Sri Kamakshi Kanika Vidyalaya, where the land has been finalized and it has been cleared. We are looking forward for the infrastructure construction. Hopefully by next academic year, we should be able to start it. Yes. So this is an indication of how he keeps meeting with children once in a while, interacting with them wherever he is. Like even in the last 2 days, there was a camp in Tirupati where 150 children from Chennai had gone there for a cultural training camp where they were taught a few of the mala making, then the sports were conducted, and today he issued them certificates over there. This is a view of the school campus in Tirupati. So this is a simple example of one of the schools. So it's a similar thing which goes on to all the schools. So here, I would request all of you to please keep in mind and spread the word and please come to India, spend some time there. That's one. And secondly, I'm happy already they've started this local class here. It's Lakshmi is doing it. There's a dance school, there's a music school. I would like to extend the support to all these teachers and the music teachers and the dance teachers. If you want to get the certificate for your children, regularize it. We are ready to support you from the other end, wherein we will register your students along with our students in the Padma University, etc. for the certificate courses. We will send you the syllabus. You can teach them the syllabus here. Wherever you are having a problem, we will have our teacher to explain to you and give you the material. So this is one thing we can support the people who are doing over here. So we can extend to it. And the weekend classes or the cultural training camp, in the holiday season, if you are ready to do it over here, we can train the adults who can teach the children over here in the camps. So you can form a group or volunteer to learn something from us and teach it across the students here. Then we have the other program, like I said, when you're coming to India, please come in small groups. if possible, like-minded people when you're visiting. Leave the children there for 2 days or 3 days or 1 week, depending on the availability, and they'll get a hands-on experience. Like now there's a program being organized by the KKSF known as Nagareshi Kanchi. This program is going to start from Chennai, visit of our Vedic school from Chennai, on the way to Tirupati, visit of a farm and a few factories, then to Tirupati, where they'll be visiting the temple, ground temple, not the Tirumala, the temple's ground, and they'll be viewing having an experience in all the schools. Then they'll be taken to Kaveti Nagaram, given a hands-on experience on making of the pots and making of the medicine and playing of the instruments, and then we'll be taking Mahabalipuram. Then on the way, we'll be taking them to Kanchipuram, where they will visit the temple, they will see the university, and one of the days in between, wherever the Acharya is, we'll be taking them to see the Acharya and to interact with them directly. So this is a program tailored or customized by the KKSF in the name of Nagareshi Kanchi. So we will spread the details through Mr. Venkatji, where you can get the link, you can register yourself, and I think it is starting in July, the first batch will be starting in July. So they will reach out to you to clear all your doubts, and you can come and see it. So every individual today, if you have listened, please pass on this message to another 5 of them or 2 of them, and try to convert them to come. Follow the dharma, whether it is Kanchimat or Shingarimat or Srinidya, doesn't matter. Please follow your Hinduism, follow your rules. That is my request to all of you. And please support the cause wherever possible. When you're supporting KKSF, please send me a message. My number is there on all the flyers in the backside, my phone number and email is there. You can contact me at any time for any help you want in India. We will be ready to support. Vedi Shankara. Please ask.
Happy to listen from you that these many things are happening in India and that is a community like this. Seriously, I'm really overwhelmed to listen such things are happening. I was not aware that these many things are happening. Really proud to hear that from you and would love to support in whatever way is possible.
Thank you, ma'am. And like I was telling someone, I was telling my brother, my brother and sister-in-law, I want a Diksha Vandanam from Virginia.
We have done that actually.
You're wondering, I want new members to do it. I want to speak, I want to speak there some.
Yes.
Not 1 year, you should do it continuously. During Chaturmasam, there's a practice. If most of you are Telugu, can I tell you in Telugu?
తెలుగు చెప్పొచ్చండి
చెప్పచ్చు కదా తెలుగు వాళ్ళకి అరవై వాళ్ళకి ఒక చిన్న తేడా నచ్చిన వాళ్ళకి తెలియకుండా తెలుగులో చెప్తాను చెప్పండి వాళ్ళందరూ సమిష్టిగా చేస్తారు మనం ఇండివిజువల్ గానే చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తాం సో ఆ సమిష్టిగా చేస్తే ఒక అందం వస్తుంది ఒక్కొక్కరు $10 పక్కన పెట్టుకోండి ఓన్లీ $10 ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్ ఒక్కొక్కరిని అది ఎంత కలెక్ట్ అయితే అది చాతుర్మాసంలో ఒక రోజు మన ఇక్కడ వర్జీనియా నుంచి ఉన్న వాళ్ళు అందరూ కలిపి దీక్షాలను ఆ డబ్బులకు పంపించి ఎవరైతే ఆ దేశానికి ఆ టైంలో వస్తారో వచ్చి మీరు రిప్రజెంట్ చేయండి లేకపోతే మా లాంటి వాళ్ళకి వీళ్ళ ద్వారా మీరు పంపిస్తే మేము అది పూజ చేసి మీకు ప్రసాదం అని పంపుతాం ప్రతి ఏడాది పలానా రోజు పలానా తిరిగి పెట్టుకున్నాం ఇప్పుడు నేను ఎల్కాట్ సిటీలో అదే మాట చెప్పాను దేర్ ఆల్ రెడీ వర్జీనియా మీరందరూ రెడీ అయితే అది పెద్ద డేట్స్ ఫర్ యూ ఏ రోజు చేయాలి and I'll ask the Acharya and I'll give it to you. Or there's one more method. Okay. Just explain to you. Only people go somewhere. We don't go individually.
Yeah.
So we need to do it also. So అందరూ కూడా $10 మంది కాదు అనుకోండి శిక్ష వందనం కూడా ఆచార్యాలు అండ్ తెలుగు వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా మనం చాలా ప్రౌడ్ గా ఉండాలి ఇప్పటికి 70 ఆచార్యాల్లో ఇద్దరు మన ప్రాంతం నుంచి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు విజయేంద్ర సరస్వతి స్వామిజీ surname is Mukamala. He hails from Mukamala, but his father has settled in Tandalam, which is the border of Tamil Nadu and Andhra. So he is settled there And so he was brought up in Tamil Nadu, Vijayendra Satsasana. But the present Acharya is from Annavaram. He was born and brought up from Annavaram. Political Dudu is his surname. But the father is a simple priest from Annavaram Satyanarayana Swami temple. He's a Brata Purohit over there. And his sister is a doctor of physiotherapy from the GVNN College, Rajahmundry. She's doing her master's over there. So it's a very simple family that he has come out with. But very strong person he is, and a very silent person actually. So we have to see what we have in future. Yeah. So we are all very blessed, and like we said, I am very blessed because I have been with all the three acharyas and now with the fourth one right from the time of this initiation. The blessings my parents have got to me. So nice talking to you.
Your question?
Yes. There are six Sampradaya, there are 6 schools within the Shanmata of Adi Shankara. The Sauras, the Kumaras, and the Ganapatiyas. The Kumaras, for example, right now, like the Siddha Yogis, the Shiva Siddhantins, is there more work done to outreach to them in order to collaborate on bringing the Kumara Sampradaya, into the Shanmata, like the teachings? And as for the Shaura Sampradaya, Martanda, Konark, they're pretty much gone almost all across India. There's very few Shauras left who worship Aditya. And so is there anything being done to, for example, teach the next generation about not just Manashaiva, Vaishnava, stuff, but also Shaura, Kumara, Ganapatiya Sampradayas, so that they don't have the choice to perhaps we could train a new generation of Pandits and Acharyas in Shaura, for example, and revive.
No, that's what we are doing, so that's what I meant when I said that we are doing for every sect. And we are teaching that the smarta, it is the practice of the rituals. And then we are doing a Shaura also. We are doing that also. So that will be preserved. Otherwise it will not be preserved. We are doing it. And to the extent that the people who are trained in South India, we take them nearly to Kashmir also. And this side to Arunachalam. Kashmir, they go for Shankar Jayanti. Arunachalam, they go during the Pongal time. January Pongal time. So this training of Shaura, Sastra, these are all specialized trainings. So once you cross the first journey, you can come there. So we are doing it parallelly to the children, and yes, it is part of our training.
Thank you. So on behalf of all of us, she referred to me as K. Kesa, but I'm also Sri Kamakshi Sri. So just to close, I know it's Sunday evening, and you all have to get back to work tomorrow morning, back to the grind. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming on a busy day. I know there are so many things going on in different temples, even here, 4 or 5 programs. So Samskrita Bharati annual day, Tamil school annual day, so many things going on this weekend. So thank you all for coming. So we've been doing Sri Madam work, labels apart. Sri Madam work since the 90s. We've been taking the Padakas to everybody's home and doing puja for the last 30 years. In fact, DC chapter was the one first established in 1991 after the whole formation of KKSF in USA. Just wanted to make one announcement about the Padaka Puja. Next month on June 8th, we have Mahapariva Jayanti, Mahaswami's Jayanti. It's the 134th Jayanti. And so we will be doing that 132nd, I think, Jayanti in Vidya and Karthik's home in Clarksburg, Maryland. You can go to kanchidc.org and find out all the information. Everything that Lakshmi ji talked about, all our contact information is there. Please feel free to reach out to me. My information is there. Ashok, Sundar, all these are core volunteers. Ramani, Prasad Garu, Padmaja Garu, Maithili, too many names to mention. We have Bharat. Everybody, please feel free to reach out. Sriram is there. Anita Srikant, one of our STPA teachers. Anita, please stand up. She's one of our STPA teachers. And Annan was here earlier. Maitri was also one of our teachers. Is also part of Sampradaya Bharati. So we have a lot of volunteers. Hari and Bharati are there. Bharati was also our STPA teacher. Bharati, please stand up. So we do this program called Sahasradala Padma Aradhana, which also Swami Varu initiated. Lakshmi ji was a key part of initiating us into that part, and she does the looks after all that in Tirupati as well. But I want to take this opportunity to really thank her. So please reach out to me or any of these volunteers so that we can connect you to the resources in India and you can help out either in kind, in donations, or mainly what Swami Varu wants is all of you to visit. If you go there, tell them you are from the Kanchi Satsang in DC area, Virginia. Immediately he will recognize that you are from here and he will speak to you, give you darshan and give you your next program. Okay. Now I request Sundar and Anita to please honor our, please come in the middle, to honor Srimati Lakshmi Mandata for coming and participating and giving us such a encouraging talk here.
Can you switch off the bulb?
Thank you, Lakshmi ji. And snacks and tea and coffee. We try to pass around the snacks, but please avail yourself of tea and coffee. And we'll be around for a few more minutes. I know we have to vacate the hall, but we'll be around for a few more minutes. And then if you have any personal questions or interactions. Oh, prasadam. Okay. So we also have for each of you prasadam. We printed a special souvenir card from the Sannyasi Swikaran Day. And then you could please receive that from Anita and Sundar before you go. Har Har Shankar, Jai Jai Shankar.
There are 3 QR codes behind. You can see them. One is for the famous hotel, or you can reach out to them also, there's no problem. One is about the schools and the website, and one is to join a WhatsApp group if you want.
Please clean up after yourself. You put the facts.
You'll be doing it.